So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death. And I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister. I'd arrived in Sao Paulo a few weeks before. I was working a protection detail for the kind of people who need protection in a town like this. I was mostly working for Rodrigo Branco, a local businessman. One of the trophies he had won was his wife, Fabiana. She spent a lot of time with his cokehead younger brother, Marcello. The middle brother, Victor, had just walked in. He was a local politician. Suddenly, things turned real ugly. Felt like our hangovers arrived right on cue.
Tranquila! Nós cuidamos disso. Nice work.
Back home, it was time for some R&R, the only way I knew how. A couple of days later, it was back to work, ferrying the boss's broad and his dipshit of a brother out for the night so they could recover from their brush with mortality. The boss's girl was gone, and part of me wished I was too.
We have never paid out ransoms before.
We can take the money to them. Apparently someone up in the nosebleeds didn't like the game we were playing. The money was gone, and I was next if I didn't get off that field.
He's saying that Fabiana is being held at the docks of the Chete River. At least we know where she is.
Yeah, fantastic. Another good day's work.
You don't remember me? Pasos. How Pasos? Come on, we went to the academy together, man. You don't remember?
What'd you say?
You heard me. I'm not frightened of you, you spray-tan Guido douche.
Girl sure had balls. I had to give her that.
Oh, shit!
I don't know why I did it. I guess I never liked seeing girls get hit.
And you guys, I want every fucking corner covered.
About that plan.
I'm coming after you, you motherfucking murdering bastard! Me and 100 angry greaseballs!
Who's that?
Anthony DeMarco, he's the father of the kid I just shot.
Max Payne!
Yeah, that looks about right.
Payne! You killed my boy! You killed my only son!
We gotta get out of here now.
Now, you're not inviting these guys in? So look, I got some friends in Queens. We can stay there for a few days.
Queens.
You want a job yet, Max? Oh, give me a second. I'm not feeling so good.
Bom dia.
Look at me. I'm a mess. O que está acontecendo? Meu Deus! Sim, pode entrar!
Senhor,
Temos problema. O sistema de segurança foi desativado. I can see that. We got men entering the building, and the office won't lock down. I should be able to override the system if I could just get to the server room.
What's going on?
Nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. Get down behind the desk now, both of you. Of course, he was dead. Clean, one shot, a professional job. I began to look for clues. Something caught my eye. Figures.
Tá ligando, hein?
Alô?
Hello, Victor.
Max? Max, you're alive?
Of course I'm alive. And right now I'm going to get Fabiana.
Where is she? Where is Fabiana, eh?
She's in a place called Nova Esperanza.
How do you know this, Max?
One of the Crotchet Praetor told me just before he died.
Please, bring our sister-in-law back to us, Max. Our family is being torn apart.
Wilson da Silva. Very good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, I think.
Anyway, have you ever seen this guy?
Maybe at the stadium. Simply went to hand over some cash to this guy's clowns for a ransom exchange. When this guy's clowns jumped us and they shot everybody.
It's okay, it's a little weird right now. But I know that Victor Branco is involved in all this. I just don't know how or why. And I know that the UFE are involved in all this as well, but I just don't know how or why. And if it's Fabiana Branco you've come looking for, I think she's up the hill.
As I approached the spot, I could hear raised voices. Then I saw that Marcello had turned up with a suitcase full of money along with Fabiano's sister, Giovanna.
Put the guns down!
What the fuck was this? The vigilantes doing an exchange with the death squad cops? One was a band of hired killers and the other supposed to keep the peace. Yet they were doing deals. Here was Giovanna and Marcello. What the hell were they about to do to him?
Marcello!
Oi, Max! Get in, quick! Okay. Let me ask you something.
What?
Well, what is it that you really thought that you were doing down there in Panama? And don't tell me you're so naive as to think you were just down there guarding a woman.
I didn't know what to say. I had been so loaded in Panama, I could scarcely remember my own name. I know things had got real heavy.
Hey, Pasos!
At the time, I hadn't thought too much about this. I hadn't thought too much about anything. Now I remember it, it didn't seem quite so kosher.
What about, what's her name? Daphne.
Do whatever you think is best.
Me and Pasos went to the academy together.
Did you?
I don't fucking know!
Okay, let's take a drive, Max. Max, you see that building there?
Imperial Palace Hotel?
Yeah, that's what it says. People go in there in large groups under armed guard. But it isn't a police station, and no one comes out of there.
What is it?
It's the UFE. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Branco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system. Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela. Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come. Him and Becker.
Something funny about dying?
I felt like the avenging angel. I looked like a fat bald dude with a bad temper.
You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Not everything, my friend. Let go of him, Max. Huh? There's a good fellow.
Well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear out of whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like to just say, Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the Crachá Preto for us. You know I'm tough on crime. I give you a bonus, but I think you just frittered it away. Becker, take his gun.
Toma, seu filho da puta!
Okay, Max. Now you check the main terminal. I'm gonna go and look for the Bronco plane by the hangar, okay?
Let's do it.
You keep an eye out in there. You know Becker's gonna have some guys in there watching out for you.
Yep. So, of course, I knew they were looking for me. But the airport was about the only place a fat gringo might blend in. Well, there or a sex club.
Hey! Parado aí!
The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker! Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me! Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não!
This was it. It was almost over. So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys.
Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
You know I'll walk.
You'll walk with a limp!
An update on the astonishing organ harvesting scandal. The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who have been implicated in human trafficking, has been disbanded indefinitely. Meanwhile, Victor Bronco, the politician at the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell. It's not yet clear whether his death was a suicide or simply retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones that were kidnapped and killed.